Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So what I'm going to be doing today is the Q&A. I'm going to be announcing the winner of the giveaway for the AIA beauty bundles at the end of this video. So stay tuned for that, and I'm just going to jump into the questions so I can answer them. First question is, what moisturizer would you suggest for extremely dry skin, and which makeup brand is your favorite for eyeshadow palettes? All right, so moisturizer. My favorite one, I use different ones, but my favorite is IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream. This is for all skin types. So if you have extremely dry skin, I think this is amazing. It's such a good moisturizer. I haven't used it lately. It smells so good too. I haven't used it lately because I have so many, but definitely recommend it. I love this moisturizer. I love it. It's definitely my favorite. And then, which makeup brand is your favorite for eyeshadow palettes? That is way too difficult for me. I can't pick one. I really can't. I'm gonna mention e.l.f. as a very affordable one because they have like these little mini palettes like this, and they work amazing. Like, they're amazing. So e.l.f. would be one, definitely. I have a lot of different palettes from a lot of different companies, so that's like a really difficult question for me to answer. Another one is Makeup Geek. Makeup Geek is amazing. They don't have palettes per se. You make your own palettes. Like, for example, this one here. This was actually a neutrals palette, but as you can see, like, the shadows are all like, they're singles, and then you just have to put them in and make your own palette. Makeup Geek is closing, which is super sad, and they have a bunch of stuff having like 40% off of their website. So if there's still stuff available, I would definitely jump on it. These are some palettes that I have that, of course, they're created. It's like I tell you, they're not really palettes per se. They're single eyeshadows, and then you make the palette. Like this one right here. This is the one they came up with when they collaborated with St. Jude, which I was so excited about. I think you guys remember that video. If not, I will link it here. I used this palette in that video. Amazing quality, and they're not that expensive either. They're pretty affordable. Another one I could mention is ColourPop. ColourPop is another one that's amazing. Very good quality shadows. They do definitely have palettes. They always have palettes. They're always coming up with collections like every other day. So yeah, I wouldn't have a favorite, but those are three that definitely come to mind because they're great. Another question, which is super hard. What is your favorite eyeshadow palette? I am going to give an honorable mention to this palette because I think it's an amazing palette, and the colors are amazing, and they work like they're just amazing. And that is the Glamlight Paint Palette. This is a palette with like rainbow colors pretty much. First of all, the design of the palette is amazing. And then look at all those colors. You could do so many different things with this. Yeah, guys, that would probably be one of my favorite palettes. I don't think I have a favorite eyeshadow palette, but I definitely love that one. What is your favorite skincare brand or routine before going in with the makeup? I don't really have a favorite skincare brand. If you followed me for a while, you know that I don't even have pretty much a skincare routine. I just kind of adopted one, kind of, not so long ago. But I definitely say, like, I learned the importance of toner, which now I absolutely love toner. Before, I would never use toner at all. Now I love toner. So I say toner is always good to start off with to make sure that your face is nice and clean. Definitely like applying like a facial serum. I definitely love that. The one that I love is from Dirty Lamb. I'll insert a picture because I don't have it here. It's the day serum. It's amazing, like what it does to your skin. I have the day and the night. I love those serums. So I would go in with that. To be honest with you, the most important thing is to have a good moisturizer. Like, you don't really need primer. You don't, like, I learned that. Like, you don't really need primer. You don't really need any of that stuff before going in with the makeup, as long as you have a really good moisturizer. Definitely recommend this one. As long as your skin is hydrated, perfect. If you want. All right, next question. You guys are asking me such difficult questions. What is my favorite perfume? Oh my God, Lord Jesus, help me. I have way too many perfumes that are amazing. Lately, I've been using this one. I've been using the Better Than Sex perfume from Too Faced. The packaging is amazing. You guys already know that I got this. One of the reasons I got this was for the packaging. I think this smells amazing. It smells like so sexy. Like, I love it. Then there's other ones that are way more expensive that I have. I'm gonna show them to you. Okay, so this one by Creed, I just love, because this smells like roses. Oh my God. I love the smell of roses. I love the smell of gardenia, all that stuff. So this is amazing. Amazing. I absolutely love it. Look how pretty the top is. I love this one because it smells like roses. I carry this one in my purse, like in a little travel thing. That one is amazing. This other one here by Ex Nihilo, Iris Porcelana. Oh my God. That one is amazing too. Like, they're all different. Like, they all have different things to them. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I guess it's just whatever I'm in the mood for at that moment. I don't think I have like a favorite perfume per se. You know, like, I'm trying to look. There's also another one from Clive Christian that I have that is called Jump Up and Kiss Me. Absolutely love that one as well. Like, they each have different smells. They each have, you know, I don't think I have like a signature scent. That's why I like different perfumes. So that's another one. That's another difficult question for me, because it's like, what do I answer to this? Do you like getting the AIA beauty boxes more than BoxyCharm or Ipsy? I think it depends, because AIA is an amazing, amazing subscription service. There is no box that I have not loved from these people. Like, I absolutely love that subscription service. I like, now thinking about it, I can probably say that it's one of my favorite ones. BoxyCharm and Ipsy are great, but a lot of times there's things where it's like, American Beauty Bundle, the difference with that is that you're not always going to get makeup. So if you're into makeup only, you're not always going to get that. It depends on whatever collab they do. And, you know, because sometimes, for example, there was one box that was completely hair care. But other than that, all the other boxes I've gotten, I absolutely love them. So if you had to pick, and you're not just like a makeup fiend that if it's not makeup, you're not going to like it, I would definitely switch over to AIA. I think the value is like so worth it. Now, what is my favorite subscription service? Because this person also asked that. American Beauty Bundle is one of my favorite ones. AIA is really, really good. There's this Christian subscription service that I definitely love. I also love like the snack crate that I get. Ipsy and BoxyCharm I love, but I would definitely say that I like AIA better. There's so many, like, what's that one that used to be called Cosbox is a good one too. Which now I think is called All True. There's just so many good subscription services out there that it's hard for me to pick just one. This is probably the easiest question I'm gonna get. If you could only use one type of makeup product, mascara, lipstick, foundation, etc., which would it be? Definitely lipstick, guys. If you know me, this is like, I don't even have to think about it. If you know me, you know that I love lipstick. I'm a lippy person. That's my favorite makeup product of all time. I am obsessed with lippies. I have to use a lippy every single day. Something. I have to put something on my lips. So that is definitely the product that I would use if I had no choice and I had to pick just one. Definitely lipstick. Okay, as a mom, do you think that social media affects children badly, and how can we protect our children from addiction to it? It's a very, very good question. I definitely think that social media affects children in a bad way. It depends on their age and how much control or how much maturity they have to handle it. While social media and the internet and all that stuff is a blessing, it could also be very, how do you say this, detrimental to a child, because young kids should not be on social media. So many things can happen on those apps and on the phones and all this stuff. I'm very big on my kids not having phones until they're mature enough for them. And because I know the things that can happen, kids get addicted to these things. There's bullying on these things. There's crazy people out there that try to get the kids through the apps and through social media. So it's a very, very difficult situation that we have nowadays. Now, how can we protect our children? What I would say is to just be a very, very aware parent. I don't think there's any other way. I think you really have to be involved. You have to know what they're doing. You have to control the time that they can use these devices and be on whatever apps there are. Like, you have to be very, very involved with it because it's scary out there, especially how society is today. It's really, really scary. All right. How much has having kids changed your life? Well, all I can tell you is that having kids is like the biggest blessing ever. Like, I always wanted to be a mom. I feel like I was born for it because I literally just jumped into my role easily without an issue since my firstborn. Really need like too much extra help, things like that. Even going from 1 to 2, when I went to the second baby, my oldest was only 1.5 years, and I was able to handle it and balance it and manage it. But not everybody has the same capacity, and not every kid is the same either. You know, both of my kids, thank God, were very tranquil. They were very good kids ever since they were born. You know, they weren't like colicky babies. Thank God they were very healthy. They didn't have reflux. They didn't have any of that stuff. So that is also something that obviously counts to being able to parent easier, you know what I mean? But I think it's the biggest blessing in your life that you can have. If you're contemplating whether you should or you shouldn't have children, I would always go with you should. There's challenges, there's things, but it is the biggest blessing of life and the greatest love that you're ever gonna feel in your life. It's amazing. Like, I love being a mom. All right, what is your biggest fear? My gosh. I would say, I think my biggest fear would be dying or losing somebody that I love. I know that it's part of life, you know, death is part of life, and you're gonna eventually end up losing people that you love, but you know, you always pray that at least you won't lose them before time, you know what I mean? Like when they're young or to a sickness or, you know, things like that. So I guess that would be. What is your favorite makeup brands and why? Okay, my favorite makeup brands. I told you guys, I love Makeup Geek, which is sadly closing. I love e.l.f. I love certain things from Too Faced. Wet n Wild is really good. Alamar Cosmetics. I like things across the board. So it's a little difficult. You know what I mean? Okay, which social media platform do you like the most? Instagram and YouTube, of course. Probably Instagram, if I had to pick, would be my favorite. All right, Ulta or Sephora? I definitely prefer Ulta. What are the makeup products you can't live without? I would say foundation, mascara, lipstick. That's probably the ones that I wouldn't be able to live without. What made you interested in makeup? Definitely YouTube, to be honest with you. Before this, I liked it, but it wasn't something like, for example, I have a collection now and I do these videos and I have like 10,000 brushes. Like, before YouTube, I didn't have any of this stuff. Like, I had a couple of things here and there and that was it. Like, it was just like apply a little bit here and there, this, that, and the other. Now it's like you want to see different palettes. You want to try different colors. You want to do all this stuff. So when I started getting into YouTube and watching makeup videos, that's what got me really, really interested in makeup. Okay, when did I decide to create a channel on YouTube? I started getting into watching makeup videos on YouTube. I just started craving wanting to do my own videos. Like, it just started coming to me one day, like, I want to do this. Like, I would love to do this. And at first I was kind of like, oh my God, but you're going to put yourself out there. Somebody's going to find you. At first, I never really said anything that I had a channel. I didn't want people to know. It's just part of the territory because, you know, you never know how people are going to react, what they're going to say, if they're going to make fun of you, whatever. But yeah, ever since I started watching videos and I started like getting into it and I realized that there was like a whole community behind it, I loved that. So that's what really got me into it. And I was like, but I could do this too. What are your kids' names? My oldest son is Christopher Matthew and my youngest is Michael Brian. What is your favorite place to spend time and heal? Definitely the beach or somewhere near the ocean. I love the ocean. A cruise ship is amazing. Anywhere near the ocean. The ocean is like the most amazing thing to me. I feel like there's nothing like living by the water. I lived by the water like for most of my life. Now I don't, but I miss that a lot because there's nothing like, it's just Mother Nature. Like the ocean, I feel like the ocean heals on its own, you know? What has been the best part of the pandemic for you? Let's see. Best part of the pandemic for me. I mean, I guess it was just being obligated to take the time for yourself because you had no choice but to be stuck in the house and you had to find things to do and organize. But that's when you kind of realize like you need to take time for yourself and you just start like doing things for yourself. And I started taking courses and I took like a whole makeup course and you know, things like that. I guess that. And just, have I tried the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation? No, I have not, but I'm definitely interested in trying it. If you had to choose between Charlotte Tilbury or Huda, oh my God. Okay, so Charlotte Tilbury, I haven't really tried anything from them. The only thing I've tried is the Pillow Talk lipstick. And that's it. I want to try that brand really bad. Like I want to do like a whole video on just Charlotte Tilbury stuff because I've heard great things. Huda Beauty, I've tried their palettes. And have I tried anything else from Huda? I don't know. So I really can't pick because I haven't tried both in like a full way to be able to pick between them two. What is something most subscription boxes are missing or can improve on? That's a good question. Really good question. You know what I think? A lot of them are missing intention. That's going to sound really, really weird because while you're able to pick certain items or things like that, there's a lot of boxes that I feel like they just throw whatever they have in there and whatever. There's not that many subscription services that like will take their time to like pick and choose things like that. I guess it's the only thing that I could say, but it's such a good question because it made me really, really think, to be honest with you. What was the best gift you received in your life? I definitely have to say becoming a mom, having my children, and that my children are healthy is the best gift that I could ever have in my life. All right, so what is your favorite eyeshadow palette? What is your favorite blush? What's your favorite lipstick, gloss, lip moisturizer? And she says that she has a bunch of questions. All right, guys, it's so hard when you guys tell me what is your favorite this, what is your favorite that, what is your favorite this, what is your favorite that. It's so hard because I just can't pick. It's very, very difficult. You already know I don't have a favorite eyeshadow palette. My favorite blush, I don't even think I have a favorite blush either. My favorite lipstick, I also don't have a favorite because I'm a total lippy junkie. So I love a bunch all across the board. What is your dream job? Well, I love what I do. I work with children. We have a preschool. It's a family business. I love what I do. I'm also a social worker. Another one of my dream jobs would definitely be full-time doing YouTube, making videos. I love doing this. Like when I'm not doing this, I feel like I'm out of place. I don't know if you get me. I feel like I'm out of place. I feel like I'm missing something. Like, and every time I take like a little hiatus, I feel weird. I would definitely love this as well. So, you know, do you ever feel like ranting over any media personality? Definitely. I always, you know, there's always times where I feel like ranting, but I decide to like not do it because a lot of times it's not worth it. You start getting hate, you start getting controversy. And I mean, I try to just keep away from that stuff and just try to like, if it's not that important, like let's just brush it off and continue because, you know. What are your goals for this year? Passing my state exam to become a licensed clinical social worker. Definitely that is like my main goal. And of course, just to be happy and healthy. What's my favorite color and makeup brand? My favorite color is pink. You guys have to know that. Makeup brand, I don't have. What motivated me to have a YouTube channel, I answered before. Do I prefer liquid blush or powder blush? I would have thought that I would answer powder like quickly without even thinking about it. But I think I like both. If I had to pick, I would say powder still is my favorite over liquid, but I've been seeing that liquid blush is really, really good. What do you love to do during springtime? What I love the most during springtime is wearing spring colors. Like in my clothes and my earrings, you see? Like, I love it. But anything, anything that I do the rest of the year, I'm gonna love doing during springtime, like going to the beach. Remember I live in Miami. I could go to the beach in December, okay? So going to the beach, going to the park, just anything. Third, have you ever tried Korean makeup or skincare? I believe I have. I'm just not sure if I have or not. Does that make any sense? What's my favorite foundation and concealer? Oh my God, this is another one. Okay, so foundation, one really, really, really amazing foundation. There's a lot that I love, is Dermablend. This foundation is absolutely amazing. I think if I had to pick a favorite, it would be this one. Amazing foundation. Absolutely love it. It's full coverage. If you guys don't like full coverage, then that's not the foundation for you. But I absolutely love it. The one I have on today is from Yensa. I just got this and I've been loving this one. This is like, it says full, but I believe this is like a medium to full. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely buildable. So if you like more of like a medium, then this one would be another really good one. All right, concealer. I like Jeffree Star's concealer. My favorite, I believe still to date, is this one from Smashbox that I already finished a really long time ago and I have not repurchased because I have too many concealers. But I love the Jeffree Star. I believe the e.l.f. one is also really, really good. I mean, these are products that are so hard for me to pick. This is the e.l.f. one. It's hard to pick like favorite products on these, but yeah. How are you and where do you live? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I live in Miami, 305. I love my city. I'm a total Miami girl. I was born in Jersey though, but I'm a total Miami girl. What was the feeling when you reached your first K on YouTube? Oh my God, I was so happy because it's so hard to like grow on YouTube nowadays. It's a mission and a half. So I loved it. I was so happy. Remember that I was doing Vlogmas on one of these years when I got to 1K and I announced it on Vlogmas. If I find the video, I'll put it up there, but I was super happy. What are the challenges you've encountered after starting your YouTube channel? What motivates you? Okay, the biggest challenge I've encountered is growth. I have noticed that I've been completely consistent, like not lately because you guys already know that I took a hiatus, but for example, I've been doing YouTube for like 10 years already and growth has been extremely difficult because I got into it not late, but kind of late. And then, you know, when you get into it at first, a lot of times you're not like as good or as consistent or you don't have that many ideas, you don't have good lighting, you don't have good camera, you know, all of that. So I kind of got into it a little late. So it took me a while, like it's taken me a while to get to 3K and something. And, you know, it's just a lot more difficult now. So I think that that's like the biggest problem. I think also it's very difficult. Like there's a beauty community, but people don't really support each other as I feel like people should support each other. Somebody said, if you made your own palette, what would it look like? My idea of my own palette would be something extremely tropical. Family's Cuban, so technically I'm Cuban American, I'm Cuban as well. And I've always wanted something tropical, something that screams like Cuba and Hispanic and Latina and like all that bunch of stuff. So this is why when Alamar Cosmetics came out with their Reina del Caribe palette, I was like, oh my God, this is like screaming to me, because that's exactly something that I would do. Or I would base it on Miami, like everything Miami, everything, you know, like Miami girl, stuff like that. That's what I would definitely do. That has always been like my idea in my head. I even have like color names and all that stuff I've written down if I ever get the chance to do that. All right. What is your biggest dilemma when shooting a video? I would say I'm not the type of person to say having the time. I would say having the las ganas. How do you say that? Like wanting to do it. Wanting to do it, I think is the biggest dilemma. Because sometimes you need to have the time to sit and do this, but it's not only the time, it's like you have to have the willingness, I guess, to do it at that moment, like to sit down and want to sit here and talk and like whatever. My other dilemma sometimes is ideas. Like sometimes I want to do like different type of things. What is the best product you tried from ColourPop? I would say their eyeshadows are amazing. I love their eyeshadows. Love them. Do you think Boxy Luxe is worth it? Okay, I think it depends because it's just like every other subscription sometimes. I probably would say maybe not because there's always, even though the good thing about it is that Boxy Luxe comes out every so often, but at the same time, of course, it's a lot more expensive. It's like what, like double the base box? It all depends what's gonna come in it. Like, I mean, that's the only opinion I can give you on that. It all depends on what's gonna come in it. If I had to pick, I might stay with the base box instead of Boxy Luxe because there's always going to be something that you're going to be like, oh my God, I paid this for this. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not. Do you like wearing lipstick or lip gloss? Definitely lipstick. Would like to know your hobbies. Singing. I love reading. I love dancing. I love filming, obviously. How do you keep making videos? I feel so discouraged. Oh my God. Yes. Believe me, I've been on the same boat. The only thing I tell myself is if I love it, just keep doing it. Forget about like if you're gonna grow or not, if you're gonna make money or not, if you're, you know, whatever the case may be, like try not to even think about it. Even if this were never to get anywhere or like never to grow that much more, I really, really love doing it. I would love for my channel to grow, of course, but I just really love doing it and I love talking to you guys and I just love it. So if you love it enough, just keep doing it. Just get that strength, write down ideas. If you love it, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it if you love it. Makeup or skincare? To be honest with you, I know skincare is supposed to be like, you know, you're supposed to love skincare more. But I'm more of like a makeup than skincare. I don't know. Do you like mauve pink nudes or brown nudes? Definitely mauve pink. I don't like brown too much. So I'm definitely more of a pink nude. And then the last question is like, what was my favorite product from the beauty bundles that I unboxed in the giveaway video? The brush set, which is right here, because I'm telling you, I love getting brushes. I would have to say that. The palette that I kept, these are the brushes. The palette that I kept, the eyeshadow palette, and the mascara are probably my favorite products that I got in these bundles. All right, my love. So that's it for the Q&A video. This one is a long one. I'm gonna have to edit like crazy. Oh my God, guys. All right, guys. I love you guys and I will see you next time. Stay tuned for the giveaway winner here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna contact you. I should have asked you guys for your emails, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna respond to your comment from the giveaway video and I'll let you know there that you won, blah, 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 and to send me your email. So that way I can get your address and all of that stuff. All right, my loves, I love you guys and I will see you in my next video. Bye, my loves.